ChiBounding with stop motion effect. The real reason rebounding is good for you, letting go, and God bouncing. By Jordan Gruber, copyright 2007, see www.chibounding.com. Hello everybody, this is Jordan Gruber here with another ChiBounding video. In this particular one I've used the stop motion filter in order to show you a few different things, not just to make you dizzy. The first thing I wanted to show you was just how much my body, my physical mass, the stuff I'm really made out of, is moving through space over quite an amount of time. I'm consistently doing this jumping jack using all of my body and moving it in such a way that it takes quite a lot of effort to do that. Now, if you think of the traditional physics formulas involving things like work and power, you can see that I'm actually doing a lot of work to move this much, and it actually takes quite a bit of power. Now, arguably, the rebounder, especially this top-of-the-line Bellicon Ultimate rebounder, is assisting me with the whole bungee band and mat system. There's no doubt about that. But nonetheless, I'm doing a lot of work and using a lot of power, and I can pretty much make it as intense as I want. And what I like about my rebounding workouts, among other things, is that every day when I work out, I can have the kind of intense grade A1 workout, or perhaps I should call it intentional instead of intense, that my body really craves, and that I believe is good for me. And I think one of the reasons rebounding is so good for people is just because it enables you to do this much work and have this much power flowing through you without stressing your joints, since the mat is taking most of the brunt of the actual impact, and without overburdening you aerobically. Now, I can certainly get up to a full-on aerobic push, and if you run in place or use weights, you can do that, but most of the time, even with this kind of an intense level workout, your breath stays pretty well under control, which is one of the interesting things that they found in the original NASA study that was done, which is that the amount of work output that happens through rebounding is actually done very efficiently with respect to how much oxygen is consumed. So rebounding gives you a heck of a great physical workout because it moves so much of you through so much of space over so much time so easily. The second point here is that if you relax at the top of the bounce, if you pretty much completely let everything go, although keep to the form you're on, you get a much nicer bounce. You realize that rebounding really is a wave or kind of a fluidic motion, and that when you're there at the top and gravity is pulling you back, if you surrender completely 100%, then by the time you get back to the mat, or if you're not having your feet leave the mat, by the time your weight sinks all the way down, then you're kind of ready to power back through and bound upwards, as it was. It's a way of modulating your energy and keeping all of your systems in resonance with each other by letting go and completely relaxing at the top. The third piece, and this is a bit whimsical, is that you'll notice as you're looking at this that I appear to have many arms. This kind of brings to the mind the various Hindu and Buddhist deities that have many arms, and it occurred to me that basically you can begin to bounce in the form, in the physical, geometric, spatial form of different traditional gods and goddesses, that you can begin to actually embody their energy by holding their form and having an intentional view of what deity you're working with, and you can sort of give over your breath to that process as well, and it becomes kind of a lot of fun to imagine yourself this way. Now, perhaps at an even higher level of rebounding, you become the thing that the divine, that God is bouncing. It's God bouncing because your body is just this collection of energy and mass that is now being bounced. So you can work at whatever level you want while you're rebounding.